is a Greatness Center and a subsidiary of John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. Disclaimer: this is not a religious organization. For donations, volunteer services, and inquiries, visit our website, www.johnughulufoundation.org.
Hey, how are you? How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful evening from Atlanta. It's good evening from Atlanta, good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're watching this broadcast. I'm so excited to be here today. I can see people joining the call, joining the broadcast. Welcome. I don't know where you're watching from or where you're listening from, but I'm so excited that you are listening to me right now. So before I get started, before I start with the message for today, I want you to please remember to like and share this broadcast. I have a message I want to share. I promise not to spend so much time. I promise to be as quick as possible. But at the end of the day, I promise to deliver a message that will be beneficial to everybody. So while we wait for more people to join the call, please like and share the broadcast. That's exactly what I am doing right now. I am sharing it. And I want you to do the same. Like and share this broadcast, because there might be somebody on your contact list who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. I have a very powerful message that I want to share, right? It is a message that would help you become a better version of yourself. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining the broadcast. Please bear with me. I want us to share this broadcast. It's going to be brief. I promise not to take too much of your time this night, because I know you have to go prepare for tomorrow. So I am just trying to share the broadcast. All right. So today we will be talking about how to use your employment to finance your deployment. We will be talking about how to use your employment to finance your deployment. And I want you to know that the message I'm about to share to you right now is not a religious message. Abode of Greatness is not a religious organization or a religious institution. Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a subsidiary of the John Ughulu Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. We always have these broadcasts weekly, and the goal of the broadcast is to help people transition from where they are to where they want to be. It could be in their jobs, it could be in their businesses or their personal lives. And in the process, we will be helping families through coaching, helping families in Africa and the United States and all over the world. Yes, so if you know anybody who falls within a category, who falls within the age bracket of 16 to 25, who might be needing special coaching or mentoring, please feel free to send them to us. And with the help of generous donors like yourself, who is currently watching, that busy donor, that man, that woman who is so busy, with your help, we will be able to make this mission a great one. We would be able to accomplish the goal of impacting billions of lives. So we want to thank those people who have been contributing to our cause, those who have been donating, and those who would love to donate, but for some reasons or the other, they are unable to do that right now. We appreciate you. We appreciate those who have been, making suggestions to us and, putting us at heart. We thank you all. So today, our message is using your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. But I put it in this way: use your employment to finance your deployment. Yes. So I want to start by letting you know that everything in life is a cliche, but it is whenever that cliche resonates with you that matters. So I want you to listen with an open heart. Listen with an open heart. Listen with an open mind. And I know you would learn something great today. This particular topic, those who are working, who want to transition to entrepreneurship, this message is for you. This is a message you need to hear. This is a message that you need to digest, because what I will share here today would help you make that decision that you've always been wanting to make. It will pull you out of the dilemma that you've always been. It's a great message. All right. Now, I was supposed to broadcast in the morning, but luckily for me, I had a book launch yesterday. So that took the whole day, and I wasn't able to really follow my schedule for today because I got back pretty late last night. So my apologies for not broadcasting this morning, and apologies for wanting to do it at this time of the day. But however, I have promised not to take much of your time. I am in a happy mode. This is the book I launched yesterday. This is my book. It's titled The Morale Booster. If there's anyone out there who can hear me, please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. This is my book titled The Morale Booster. I will paste the link for you in the comment section where you can go grab a copy. All right. You can grab a copy from Amazon. The book is on Amazon. I hope the link I put is a working link. Let me put another link there for you. It's titled The Morale Booster. This is a great book. It is a handbook that would show you how to be intentional with your life. The Morale Booster Handbook. If you can hear me, please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. Yes, I just put a link where you can get a copy on Amazon. Anybody can read it. Anybody. I actually gave this to my young sons, and they have already started reading it. So if you have children, young adults who you would want to understand the process of being intentional with their lives, that's a great book to buy. The Morale Booster. Okay, it's on Amazon. So now that's for that. And I thank you all for accepting my apologies. I don't know where you're watching this program from. And I've had the opportunity of speaking with people who want to become entrepreneurs, but they find it difficult to leave their jobs. This is for you. So first of all, let's talk about employment. What is employment? Employment is when you are working for an employer and you're getting paid for what you do. It is a job. Employment is a job. So there's a difference between your employment, which is your job, and your deployment, which is your work. So now we know the meaning of the word employment. Employment is a job that you are paid to do, while deployment is your work, is your calling, is what you were created to do. So I want to give you the definition of the word deployment so that you can know what it means. I know when we mention the word deployment, a lot of people only relate to it based on the military. A lot of people only relate to that word deployment when it comes to war, right? Deployment is a word, and that word means an act of moving something. When you're moving something, that is deployment. Or when you're moving something or someone into a strategic position or a position of readiness. I want you to hear this. This is a definition from dictionary.com. It says deployment is the act of moving something or someone into a strategic position or a position of readiness. Deployment. So when you are transitioning from employment to your life deployment, that is a form of deployment. When you are transitioning from a job to your work, which is your calling, that is also known as what? Deployment. So our topic for today is using your employment to finance your deployment. Now, a lot of people think entrepreneurship is an easy way out. It is not an easy way out. Because when you are working for an employer, you have a set number of hours to work. And after that, that's it for that day, right? Probably after your 8, 10, or 12 hours, and that's it. But when it comes to your calling, when it comes to your life work, when it comes to your business, you will become deployed to your career. To your business. You will become deployed to your work, which means you will be in control at that point. And because you know it is your life calling, you will not be able to work for only 8 or 10 or 12 hours. You would have to put in the work. Unlike your job that is already organized, your work, your calling, it is your job to make it organized. And that does not happen overnight. And for that to happen, you need to put in the work, which means you need to put in the time. You need to put in the energy. So as an entrepreneur or somebody who is currently deployed to their work, to their life calling, their business, you work more than 12 hours. You might end up working 24/7. But I'm not saying it's a good thing, a good habit to work for that long. But it's just what it is. The more time and energy you put into it, the more the outcome. But the thing is, when you're working on your life goals, your calling, your work, always have it at the back of your mind from the beginning that you have to push that business or that calling to that level where it becomes automated. You have to push it to that level where even if you are not physically present, work can still go on. Always have the mindset of a franchise. Always have it at the back of your mind that it is a business that will eventually become a franchise. It is a business that will eventually run on its own, whether I am there or not. What does this mean? It means when you have decided to get into your life calling, your work, from day one, you should start strategizing on how to make that business be able to run without you being there all the time. Still doesn't mean you wouldn't be there. You will wear so many hats. You're going to put on so many hats at the beginning. Now, for that employee who's still working, who would like to jump off to entrepreneurship, I want you to know that now you work for 8 to 12 hours a day. When you become an entrepreneur, it is a full-time deployment. You would work almost 24/7. So don't think it's easier. That's why they say the grass is never greener on the other side, right? You still have to put in the work. So if you jump to the other side and you think the grass is greener there, don't water the grass and you will see what happens. It will die. So wherever you are, you must tend to it. You must water it. All right? When God created the world, what happened? He gave man the assignment to tend to the garden. He gave man the assignment to maintain and manage the garden. That was man's calling. Man was just put inside the world without any clothes, without any shoes, without any houses, without any cars. There were no internet, no toothbrush, no phones, no means of communication. But when God gave man that assignment to step into his calling, because of that innate gift inside of man, man was able to use his vision. Man was able to use his dreams. He was able to convert those visions to reality. He put in the work. He put in the work. He knew that it wasn't going to be easy just sleeping on the bare floor. For that reason, he knew that he had to do something to provide shelter. At some point, they knew that there were certain things that were important to them, but were not readily available. But those things were inside what God gave to them. The house, the bed, the chair, they were all inside the tree that God gave to them. So it was man's vision that made him see that out of this tree, or out of these trees in this garden, I would be able to make a house. I would be able to make a bed. I will be able to make a table, a chair. At some point, it occurred to man that from what I see, all these animals walking around here, oh, I can produce leather with their skin. I can get my shoes so that when I'm walking, thorns can no longer pierce my skin, my leg. So they put in the work. By default, the human brain and mind is always triggered whenever there is a challenge. When a challenge comes up to you, by default, your mind would figure out a solution. So when you're living that employment where they babysit you and pay you your salary at the end of the day, it's a different ball game on the other side. You will need to utilize your vision. You will need to utilize your willpower. But you need that paycheck. You need that salary from employment, because employment does so many things. So I wouldn't be here condemning those people who are employed. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you. I just want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you in the comment section. Can you hear me? All right. Okay, Aaron. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Thank you so much. All right. I just want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself, although I'm used to talking to myself, but this information is very important. Yeah, so that employment is very, very important, because why? Every human being was created as a full package. Every human being has potentials inside of them. We have gifts inside of us, gifts that are in the form of talents, gifts that are in the form of skills, gifts that are in the form of ideas. We all have our own gifts. But your employment is created to help you refine those gifts. So now I want you to take note of what I'm saying. Your employment is meant to be temporary. Your employment is meant to help you mold your gift, to help you refine your gift. So when you are working, wherever you are right now listening to me, if you have a job, always know that your job is temporary, because there is no security. There is no such thing as job security. Trust me, when that whiz kid comes in and does the job better than you, I assure you, they're going to kick you out. I assure you of that. There's no job security. So always remember, tomorrow is Monday here tomorrow will be Monday in Georgia. I don't know where you're listening from. I don't know what time it is where you are. But when you are going to work tomorrow, when you're going to your job tomorrow, have this at the back of your mind that John said there is no such thing as job security. When that whiz kid who knows way more than you gets into that arena, you would lose your job. And it will be done without any remorse. So I want you to know this. Your job is what you are paid to do, and it is temporary, but your work is your calling. It is permanent. Your work is what you were created to do. So your job is to help you refine your gift. Your job will teach you how to be accountable. Your job will teach you your job will teach you organizational skills. Your job will teach you organizational structure. Your job will give you the experience that you need to bring your gift to life. So it is very important for you to acquire that knowledge from employment. It is very important. And whatever money you are making from your job, you should use it to finance your deployment, the deployment to your destiny. Use it to finance your business. Use it to finance your calling. Right? This is very, very important. I want you to pay attention to this. And not just to pay attention. Please like and share this broadcast, because there's somebody who will be going to work tomorrow, who will be going to his or her job tomorrow with the mindset that the job is permanent for them. Please, they need to hear this, that it is not permanent. Like and share this broadcast so that somebody out there can benefit from it. So when you receive your salary, because you have the mindset that it is a temporary arrangement, you shouldn't spend all your salary wearing expensive clothes, expensive jewelries, buying expensive cars, and buying things that are not needed. There is a saying that if you buy things that you don't need, very soon you will sell the things that you need to take care of the things that you don't need. All right? So your salary, don't spend it on things that would not help you develop your work, your calling. While you're working, collect the salary, nurture a business. Your business can take you a long, long way. It can last you for a lifetime. I want you to please take this seriously. I have been mandated to come and speak to you. I have been mandated by the universe to speak directly to you right now. And you know what I'm saying is what you have been wanting to hear. And you are not just only listening to what I'm saying right now, you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it deep down in your soul. It resonates with you. Yes, the message is for you. Use your salary from your job, which is temporary, to finance your business. And do not let go of that employment until you are sure that the business can, until you are sure that the business can pay for your bills. Because if you let go of this job that is paying your bills and you go into your business without a backup plan, it won't take long before frustration would set in. It won't take long before you would start to feel people are after your life or after your destiny. That's because you did not have an exit plan. You did not have an exit plan. Life has been structured that way. And the earlier you realize that it is a gradual process, the better it will be for you. The mortgage company doesn't want to know if you just started your business. You've got to pay your mortgage. The landlord doesn't care if you just started your business. You have to pay the rent, right? Your car needs gas. If you cannot afford gas, you would not be able to use your car, right? You need food. So let your employment take care of those things. Let your employment take care of your business. When you're starting business, you need money for marketing. Yes, you need money for marketing. You need money for inventory. You need money just to maintain the business, to nurture the business. You have to spend money. It is money that makes money. I know somebody out there might be saying, why is he always talking about money? A lot of people say money is not important. Money is not important. But I want to tell you, money is right next to oxygen. In the world that we live in right now, if you do not have money, you will be homeless. I guarantee you of that. If you do not have money to pay your rent, if you do not have money to buy a house, you will be homeless. If you do not have money to put gas in your car, your movement will be restricted. If you do not have money to get on a bus, your life will be restricted. So how else do you want to explain the importance of money? So you need that money to finance your employment. I always give this formula. Use your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. What does it mean? Assuming you work 9 to 5, right? You make money from your salary. When you get off work, if you have that entrepreneurial mindset, when you get off work, you shouldn't be happy you just got off work, because you should immediately start working on your side business. You have to nurture it. So use your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. That's you're using 9 a.m. You're using the money generated from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. of employment to finance 5 p.m. of deployment into your entrepreneurship journey to 9 a.m. I'm not saying you shouldn't take some time off to rest. Yes, we all need rest. We all need some rest. At some point, we need some rest. But you've got to stay hungry. If you want to quickly get off that employment, you've got to stay hungry. You've got to stay hungry for your deployment. So use your employment, the money you get from your employment, to work on the deployment to your destiny, the deployment to your calling. Your job is what you are paid to do. Your work is what you were created to do. When you're moving from your job to your work, that is deployment. You are becoming unemployed and becoming deployed to your destiny. I want you to write that down. Use your employment to finance your deployment. It is very important. I told you I was not going to take too much of your time because I know it's pretty late where I am and where so many people are. And, But this is a very important message. I want you to like and share this broadcast because there is somebody out there who needs to hear it. My friend, hold on to that employment until you are guaranteed, until you are sure that while you are nurturing your business, you still have money to pay your bills. Don't say because your friend left his or her job, you want to do the same. No. What works for Mr. A or Mrs. A might not work for Mr. B or Mrs. B. Always have an exit strategy. My question to you now, you've been wanting to leave your job. My question to you is, what's your exit strategy? What is your exit strategy? Think about it. Let me tell you what will happen when you leave that job, right? You leave that job, you've got no savings, right? You've been investing into your business and something is telling you that, yeah, I need to leave this job so that I can focus on this business. Now, when you leave this job, you've got no savings, remember. Will the unemployment benefit take care of your monthly bills? I'm asking you the question. Will your unemployment benefit take care of your monthly bills? Will your little savings take care of your monthly bills? And if they can take care of your monthly bills, for how long can this be? Now, if you answered yes to the first questions, the first two questions, which means you have some savings, you have some security, it means you have an exit strategy. Oh, well and good. If you have some savings, or if you feel your unemployment benefits can take care of your bills while you build the business and wait, I don't know. If you have that exit strategy, all well and good. But if you do not have savings that would last you for a period of time, I want to assure you that you are so close to being frustrated. I assure you of that. Because while you're trying to foot your bills, your business would also need some money. Your business it would definitely require money, marketing capital. Remember? You need marketing capital. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You cannot avoid it. You need some gas money, you need some gas money to be able to move and get all the appointments and go do all the necessary meetings. Or, well, we thank God for technology now. You can do meetings virtually, right? But you still need to make sure you have internet constantly, right? That's a bill. Oh, yes. You need to pay your phone bills. All right. Yes. Do you have that money? Do you have that exit strategy? So don't jump because your friend jumped. No. Have an exit strategy. Every business requires marketing capital. Every business. So think carefully. It is not a bad thing to be employed. It is part of the process. It is part of the process. You want me to remind you of the reason why you were created at first? Okay, I will remind you. You were created to do 4 things in life. You were created to serve, to lead, to influence, and impact. What's the first one? To serve. What does it mean to serve? I want you to ask yourself that question. When you say you were created to serve, what does it mean? You have to serve. That's the gift you have inside of you. You must use your gift to serve the purpose for which it was given to you. So you must go through a stage. You must go through various stages. How do you become a leader? How do you become independent? How do you finally go into your calling? You must learn the principles of leadership. And the best servants end up being the best leaders. So you must serve at some point. When you're serving, you are refining your gift. You are learning before you can lead. What are the qualities of a good leader? A good leader listens, learns, and leads. That's what John Maxwell said. So you were created to serve, to lead, to influence and impact. You must serve before you lead. So your employment is teaching you the rudiments. Your employment is teaching you the basics. Your employment is refining your gift. Your employment is making you become a better person at what you will be deployed to do. That's the purpose. That's why it's always temporary. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. You were created to be a consultant, not an employee. Employment is part of your journey. You need the money, you need the experience from employment. But you were created to become a consultant. So whatever you learn from your job helps you refine the gift, and you are supposed, as a consultant, to use what you have learned to influence and impact the world. You are supposed to use what you learned from your employment to influence and impact others positively. And that's where your calling comes in on the other side. When you become deployed, you become a business person. You step into your calling. You start doing the work that you enjoy doing. And when you're doing that, what do? You teach others what you have learned. You influence them. You impact them positively. How do you influence people? How? By making them let go of all they've ever known. By making them let go of all they've ever known to follow what you want to show them. You become their consultant. So by default, you were created to end up becoming a consultant. That's why you must always make sure you write your book. Because those things inside of you, the gift inside of you, you need to pass it on. You need to pass it on. Your book will outlive you. You don't want to go to the grave with all that's inside of you. You want to live full and die empty. And by the way, this is my book. Where is yours? This is my book. I am working deliberately, trying to fulfill my destiny, my calling. This book will teach you how to be intentional with your life. It's titled The Morale Booster. You can get it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the comment section one more time. You can click on that link to get it from Kindle, Amazon. The Morale Booster. We were all created to be consultants. You should put your knowledge in a book so that generations to come can gain from it. But how can that be possible? By first of all, being employed, taking money or resources from your employment, taking money, taking ideas, taking structures, taking connections from your employment and using them to perfect your deployment to your destiny, your deployment to your calling. That's it. It's as easy as that. It is as easy as that. So when you get to work tomorrow, I want you to tell yourself that this job that I'm doing is temporary. And now I know myself. I want you to repeat this after me. Say, now I know myself. I want you to keep repeating this to yourself. Now I know myself. There is no such thing as job security. You will get fired one day, or when you retire, you would realize that you spent decades working on something that was not your calling. Your job is what you are paid to do. Your calling is what you were created to do. Take from here, from your employment, to finance your calling. Don't be scared. When your business gets to that point where it can take care of your bills, then you can make the move. You can make the move by then. All right? Have an exit plan. Have an exit plan. Money is very important in the world that we live in. Without money, you cannot even register a business name. Without money, you cannot market your products. Without money, your business will be dormant. That's it. So after oxygen, the next very important thing in the world, as we know, is money. Money, money, Benjamins, right? So I hope I have been able to help you make that decision. Use your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. Build and work on your ethics. Work ethics is very important. We all have 24 hours, but I want you to know that you cannot control your time, but you can control your activities. Oh yes, you can control your activities. So never say you don't have time. Yes, we all have the time. We can make the time for what we consider a priority. What's your priority? Social media? Or gossiping on the phone? Or what? Watching news? Or what? What else? Watching movies that would not help you become a better person? No, what are your priorities? So you should never say you do not have the time. Now, I've come to realize when people say I'm so busy, when they use these words like, oh, I'm so busy, I wouldn't even have the time to read a book. There is a question you ask such people, and they would always say yes to all those answers. When next you see anyone who says, oh, I typically would not have the time to read a book, or I wouldn't have the time to have a job and focus on a business on the side, ask them just two questions, two major questions. The first one should be, do you spend time on Instagram or social media? They would say yes, it keeps them busy. Okay, great. Ask them a second question. Do you have time to watch movies on Netflix? To your greatest surprise, their response will be yes to those two questions. And yet, they say they wouldn't have the time to read a book. They wouldn't have the time to read a book. They would not have the time to build a side business. But they have the time to scroll through social media and comment on photos of people that don't even know them. Agreed, we all have 24 hours. But you can never control time. Time will move irrespective of what you do. It ticks. It ticks. You can never stop it. You can never control it. But there is only one thing you can do to time. You can only control your activities. I want you to place your hands on your chest and say, today I know who I am. Say, I know who I am. Yes, that's what I've been asked to come and tell you today. And I know you feel this message deep down in your soul. Yes, you who is feeling it in your soul. The message is for you. Your job is important to help you refine your gift. And when the money comes from your job, don't spend it on frivolous things. Don't spend it on things that will not help you perfect your deployment. Think about it right now. I want you to think about it. It is possible. It is possible. No matter how tough it might be for you to combine your employment with your side business, no matter how tough it is. Robert Schuller said, tough times never last, but tough people do. You are tough. It is possible. You can do it. All you need is a made-up mind. Louis Pugh said there is nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. When your mind is made up, when your mind is made up to have a side business, when your mind is made up that your employment is temporary and your calling is what you are created to do. When your mind is made up, you will become unstoppable and you will be able to handle both until the time comes for you to let go of the employment. Employment is temporary. Never get carried away. There is no such thing as job security. I assure you of this. It is temporary. You are tough. You are stronger than you think you are. You are a powerful machine. The strength, the tools that God gave Adam and Eve, they still dwell inside of you. The strength that helped man realize that He can make a house from a tree. He can make a bed from a tree, even though he wasn't given those things when he was created. Those tools that helped man still dwells inside of you. You are a powerful machine. I want you to say, I am unstoppable, because you are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You can do it. You can. So use your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. If I'm given the opportunity, I can speak till you sleep. But I promise not to take much of your time. So I've spoken to you for about 50 minutes now, and I would want to end it here. A word is enough for the wise. I want you to take this as a reminder and tell that friend of yours, tell that family member of yours. I want you to share this broadcast so that it can get to as many people as possible, so they too can hear the message and be blessed. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Think about all I've told you. You are blessed. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to my broadcast, to my message, to my reminder. Let's go through the comments we have here today. I see. So I dropped the link. Please go buy my book. This book is a handbook that would help you be intentional with your life. It's called The Morale Booster. It's on Amazon, and I just put a link there for you. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so when you're watching someone says, I can't see the share sign. Yes, when you're watching from the group, the private group, you will not be able to share. The share icon will not be available to you. So if you cannot find the share icon, it's because you're watching from a group. So all you should do is add your contacts, invite your contacts. Click on invite. Click invite, and invite everybody on your contact list so they can watch this broadcast. All right. And if you're watching the replay, please remember to type #replay so that we can, so we will know how to respond to your questions. I know it's getting late. It's late here in Atlanta. And although those living in California, they still have some time. They're 3 hours behind us. Those in Africa, I know they're already sleeping. It's already late, like midnight over there. Well, wherever you're watching this program from, you are blessed. You are an abode of greatness. You have everything inside of you that would help you live your life by design. So always remember, for those who want to make someone said, I just booked it yesterday. I will come back to you when I will read it. Thank you, John. Thank you for purchasing the book. I love you so much. Thank you. You are a wonderful person. So wonderful. I truly and I really, 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 really appreciate you. I appreciate those who have already purchased the ebook. I appreciate those who would love to purchase it, but currently do not have the means. I know the means will come soon for you to be able to purchase it. Oh, my great friend, Eric. Thank you. Eric said, thank you. Your job is just a pit stop while you're driving towards your love and life purpose. Woo, woo, woo. I love that. Thank you, Eric. And Aaron said, your job is what you get paid for. Your calling is what you were made for. Lovely, lovely. Thank you guys for listening to this broadcast. But you have just one task to do now, please. Share the broadcast, okay? Aaron said, work before wifey. Oh, great, great. That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you, everybody. Let's always remember, We were brought into this world to serve, to lead, to influence, and to impact. 4 things. You can do it. All you need to make it happen for you is the will to make it happen. The will to do it. 5 words are what you need. What do you need to help you transition from your employment to your deployment? 5 words. The will to do it. We all have the will to make things happen. We just have to make up our mind. Your mind is the first place, the first thing that determines if you will be able to do something or not. Willpower, willpower, and you've got it. Remember, you are unstoppable. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I am out. God bless everybody. Bye.
Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a greatness center and a subsidiary of John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and